Joining us now is Paul Bucher, Dana. He's the former Waukesha County DA. Sir, good morning to you. A lot of questions, $1,000 bail, long rap sheet going back decades. How does he get out of prison so easily?
I'm sorry, it's hard to hear you.
Did the system fail the people of Waukesha?
Oh, yes, it did. And I think the district attorney in Milwaukee County has admitted that. He has a long criminal history going back to 1990, and it's all violent. There's firearms and drug cases in there, but the two you're interested in, I'm quite sure, are going to be, he was charged with 2 counts of reckless endangerment with use of a dangerous weapon and possession of a firearm by a felon, and he was actually supposed to go to sentencing on 11/11/21, but because he pulled a new case, which was the case that you're talking about, the case was bumped, and he wasn't able to go to jury trial or plea, and he had several bail violations during that. And so the bail was lowered to $500, but believe it or not, that bail started at $10,000, and it was lowered to $7,500, then to $500 for various reasons that you don't have time to listen to. So the bail was set at on July 28th at $10,000 and reduced to $7,500, then $500. Of course, he posted that. And the reason was he had requested a speedy trial. The other case that caused the case I just talked about to be bumped was a resisting, a bail jumping, 2 more counts of reckless endangerment. The case you're talking about where he ran over allegedly his girlfriend, bail was set at $1,000, which is unbelievable. And that was posted, of course, as you can imagine, on November 11th. So both those cases are still set. One is set for December 20th, and the other one is set for December 21st. So he was out on bail on those, but his violent history goes back to at least 1990. I'm sure there's a juvenile record.
Sir, if I could, I mean, you have all that information on a piece of paper in front of you. So why wouldn't the judge have the same information and balance that in the decision they make?
They can. I received my information off of what's called CCAP. Circuit Court Automated Project. I know that you probably went to a different source, and that's why you say 50 pages, but his record is less than that, but it's still 10 cases, probably 20 convictions. The judge can access that, you can access that by just going to CCAP, Circuit Court Automated Project, and it's all there. And the judge should have that, the DA should have had that. $1,000 cash bail is shocking. And I know John Chisholm, myself personally, and I can imagine that he's shocked that it was at $1,000 bail. When you have 2 felony cases pending with 6 felonies together, it should have been $10,000 at least for those cases.
One of the victims' husbands, John Coolidge, his wife was among the 5 that died. He said, "I think my wife's life and our children's future are worth a lot more than $1,000. I guess the last question for you is, when they reduce these bail amounts, who do they think they're protecting?
Well, I know you're not going to like to hear this, or your listeners aren't, but he has a right to a speedy trial. And ironically, if he can't get a speedy trial within the time period, he's going to be released. So they reduced the bail to $500, which eliminates this requirement for a trial. But the same thing happened. He was released. He posted it, and he was out. And so it was ridiculous that he should have been out to begin with. I know he has a warrant from an out of state. So I totally agree. And in Waukesha, if there's any silver lining in this terrible tragedy, and my heart, just like yours, goes out to these families, is that you're in good hands with the district attorney here in Waukesha County. I mean, I used to be the DA. I hired her. District Attorney Opper is, she's a pistol, and I'm sure that based on what I've seen, this individual will likely spend the rest of his life behind bars.
You know, do you think the progressive influence of the Milwaukee County DA, John Chisholm, ill-serve the people of Wisconsin based on his influence and his progressive push, not just in Milwaukee, but in other big cities like San Francisco, St. Louis, and Philadelphia?
I don't think so. John's pretty much a straight shooter. He wasn't in the courtroom, of course. Assistant DA was, which I'm quite confident will be reassigned to juvenile traffic. But he's a straight shooter, and they have guidelines, just like I used to have guidelines. And this bail recommendation violated their guidelines. So John is not the type of individual to, lock him up and then let him out. But nonetheless, this individual assistant DA, and I'm not going to mention the name, should have had that information and been able to make that recommendation. I'm sure the defendant was elated when the court commissioner said $1,000 cash bail.
Right.
And now we see the unbelievable tragic consequences.
Mr. Bucher, thank you for being with us this morning.
It's also awful. Thank you for the information, too, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.